Today on The Explainer, we're diving into a really tough debate inside feminism. Who gets to be called a woman?
It seems like a simple question, right? But it's kicked off a huge and often painful global debate.
So to get what's happening now, we've got to go back to a foundational feminist idea.
For a long time, many feminists split sex from gender. Why? To fight the idea that biology is destiny.
The whole point was that your biological sex shouldn't decide your job or, your place in society.
This was a total game changer for challenging those old restrictive roles for women.
But then, a different viewpoint came along, one that basically throws out that whole framework.
For them, gender isn't an identity. It's an oppressive system that's based on biological sex.
So for gender-critical feminists, the bottom line is this: biological sex is what really counts.
And this phrase? It became a kind of slogan, defining woman in purely biological terms.
Now, this viewpoint is incredibly controversial. It's been widely criticized by many major groups.
UN Women even called it an extreme anti-rights movement that uses hate propaganda and disinformation.
This is where you hear the term TERF. It stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist.
Okay, but this is way more than just theory. This debate has serious, real-world consequences.
Gender non-conforming women, for example, face harassment for not fitting into these narrow boxes.
But for transgender people, well, the rhetoric can literally be a matter of life and death.
One person put it bluntly: threatening their transition is like pushing them back to being suicidally depressed.
And it's not just emotional harm. The 2024 Law Journal warns this rhetoric can lead to actual violence.
Scholars say it fosters narratives that endanger trans people and undermines their legal equality.
So, what's the correct definition of gender? The truth is, the jury is still very much out.
Which leaves us with one last big question. As this debate rages on, who's bearing the cost?